I'm not sure if he would take legal action.
He can't.
You know? What you mean he can't?
What are you going to do? What are you going to say?
There's nothing wrong with me, and you failed me in the physical.
That's not his call. He's not a doctor. They failed him on the physical. Maybe to their standard, his knee or his back is messed up to their standard. You got to realize each team sets the standard in which they will or won't pass it. Come on now. Here's the guy that's 16-9. Why they trading him? Don't it make you think? Okay. What's going on? What's going on when somebody they start trading? You got like, hold on, why you trading him? Yeah, 16-9. He's 22.
Shannon Sharpe reacts to the Mark Williams failed trade. Check out what he had to say, and then I'll come back with my comments.
Ocho, earlier today, Shams posted a statement from Jeff Schwartz of XL Sports Management. The overwhelming sentiment, after confirmed with multiple nationally recognized doctors, is that the Lakers should not have failed Mark Williams on his physical. Ocho, what do you make of this?
Doctors, most of the time, make mistakes. Very seldom make mistakes. I think as a player, he should be upset. I'm not sure if he would take legal action.
He can't.
You know? What you mean he can't?
What are you going to do? What are you going to say?
There's nothing wrong with me, and you failed me in the physical.
That's not his call. He's not a doctor. They failed him on the physical.
Well, it was a bad look that he failed the physical just because they're alluding to maybe some underlying issues going on that the Lakers weren't privy to and maybe Charlotte was keeping back. But whatever happened with that physical, how come Luka passed his? How come AD passed his physical? So you got to really think what really happened with Mark Williams during that physical. I would feel a certain way as well. I'm trying to get as much money as I can. Still a young dude in his early 20s. Believe he's 22 or 23. So barring any potential real serious injury, he could easily be in the league for another 10 years. And in this new era of contracts, 10 years for a big man that's versatile, that can block, he can make Rudy Gobert type of money. He can cash in between 150 and 200 million over the next 10 years. So by him failing that physical, it's going to be a bad look. Other teams may not want to pay him if the Hornets don't.
If there's nothing wrong with him and you fail me, who's responsible?
Okay, let me ask you a question. So Drew Brees should have sued the Dolphins because they failed him on the physical.
No, hold on. His shoulder was messed up, huh? His shoulder was actually messed up for real.
Maybe to their standard, his knee or his back is messed up to their standard. You got to realize each team sets the standard in which they will or won't pass it. We took Mark Schlereth. His knees, he had terrible knees. But if you want him, you take him. If you don't, you fail him.
So what happened to where the Lakers really wanted Mark Williams and they were willing to give up their 17th pick, Dalton Knecht? So what changed within that 24 to 48 hours to where I don't think we should make this trade go through? Let's try to rescind the trade. Something happened. They seen something. Don't know if he had knee, ankle problems, back issues. They seen something in that test to make him feel like, you know what? I don't think we want to commit to a potential player that could be good, but could easily go down off a serious injury. Something happened with that physical.
How about this? How about just tell him the truth? You know what? We really don't want you. You really don't fit what we're trying to do. You're not.
But he actually does fit what they want to do. Luka wanted a lob threat. If you go look at what they got with Lively, look at what they got with Daniel Gafford. That's what that's what he wanted. He wanted a lob threat. That's why they were willing to trade young Dalton Knecht just in order to get him to appease Luka. So they absolutely wanted him.
That's weird how the thing just failed like that.
Here's a guy that's 22 years old. Come on now. Here's a guy that's 16-9. Why they trading him? Don't it make you think? Okay. What's going on? What's going on when somebody they start trading? Like, hold on. Why you trading him? Yeah. 16-9. He's 22.
Yeah, that's the thing. So it goes back to the Charlotte's end. They know what's possibly going on with Mark Williams. Maybe Mark Williams, he feels a certain way like, you know what, regardless, he really wanted this trade to go through. I think he tweeted or was happy to be a Laker. 24 hours later or however many hours later, trade got rescinded. So Charlotte, they may have tried to, trade a lemon in car terms, like get rid of a bad car, let them drive off the lot with it. You got your money and you ain't getting your money back. So that's what happened with Mark Williams. Let's try to get rid of him. He got an issue going on. We don't think that we want to invest hundreds of millions of dollars over the course of 10 plus years. They almost got one with Dalton Knecht. Would have been solid just to kind of get rid of a player that potentially has career ending written all over him. Charlotte definitely tried to play a move on the Lakers.
Something ain't right.
See?
It ain't right.
Look, and the Hornets contested it like there's nothing wrong with him. But the NBA is like, bro, they medical team, their medical staff, I think Dr. Neil Elatrosh They got some the
Uh-huh.
Curlin Joe Clinic is what handled a lot of what the Lakers do. I know those guys.
Right.
I went to the Curlin Joe and they did both hips. So
Yeah.
I'm very familiar with them. But like I said, Ocho, your doctor said, "Hey, man, Shannon good to go." Another doctor say, "Man, boy, I don't even know how you walking with them hips."
Same thing happened with Chris Bosh. His doctor said he was good to go with the whole blood clot thing. The Miami Heat and the NBA was like, nah, you ain't good to go. So I know different doctors, team doctors have different opinions on players, but it's just weird that they really wanted Mark Williams. Luka wanted Mark Williams and the trade folded.
See, something ain't right now. Now, as doctors, right? I think everybody had the same protocol. Everybody had the same procedures. It's not like one doctor doing something different than the other doctor when they've all learned the exact same way, especially when it comes to looking over patients, especially players that play at the highest level. So how one get it wrong and the other one get it right? Something ain't making no sense.
Ocho, you have to understand. Each team has to have their own set of what they will and won't accept. It's like that. You think, let me ask you a question. Do you actually think all 32 team NFL doctors have the same guidelines on what they will and won't pass a guy on the physical? When you go to the combine, some team doctors fail it, some team doctors don't. Some teams have red flags, some teams don't.
Did you hear what you just said? If they like you, regardless of what happens in those procedures, they will sign you if they want.
Right.
If they know they can use you.
Yes.
Yeah.
So why not just say you don't want him? Because he had no problem playing where he's playing now.
That's them, Ocho.
Okay. All right. You're right.
I mean, but see, you make.
Yeah, that is true. Different teams may have a rule to where if we see this type of potential injury or something in that physical, that report that may be 50-50 in the near future, the Lakers may just wave their hands, be like, you know what? Let's go ahead and rescind that trade. So Shannon Sharpe's right about that.
See, like, Ocho, this is a professional setting. Why don't the doctor just tell you you're going to just be truthful? Why don't they tell you that, Ocho?
Yeah.
Why don't they tell you, hey, you're not going to be able to do this or you're not going to be able to do that? Come on now, Ocho. You know, the medical is different. You just can't tell somebody. You try to be as positive as you possibly can. They don't tell you one way or another. Let's see what happens. Look, I get it. I get it why his agent, that's the Lakers. Would you rather be in Charlotte or would you rather be in LA? Playing with LeBron and Luka or playing with Miles Bridges and LaMelo Ball? Now, which would you rather be?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. LA all day.
I mean, obviously, LA.
Exactly.
You see what you just said? Where would you rather be?
Look, I get what you're saying. It's like, we're bro, but it's just like anything. I mean, some doctors, when you go to the combine, some doctors are going to say, hey, down the road, I feel abnormal laxness in his knee. I feel abnormal laxness in his shoulder.
Yeah.
Some doctors might say, nah, I don't see a problem. But here's the thing. You don't see a problem, and 2 years in, that guy's nicked. You know you're out. You know you're gonna be out of a job, right?
Yeah.
That's the issue.
So that's why they err on the side of caution.
Yeah. And you know what? They err on the side of caution.
Yeah, so really go back to Charlotte. Charlotte was trying to get rid of a Lemon and Mark Williams. Let's try to, get rid of paying him potentially hundreds of millions of dollars over the course of 10 plus years. And let's try to get a Dalton Connect. Rather, have a Dalton Connect player that looks healthy, physical wise, nothing there. And if you're the Lakers, it would have been great for Luka to have a live threat in Mark Williams and have more defense to make up for the loss of AD. But they're not willing to, have a player like that could potentially within 2+ years go down with the career-ending injury. So it's all on the Charlotte Hornets and the Lakers. They weren't going for it.